All right, check out our new sponsor, Greenwood Stocks. They want you to know how to be able to trade stocks and be your own boss and be free to travel the world by making passive income. We all need that passive income from stock market. What are you waiting for? Call or text 281-760-3170. If you didn't catch that, that's on your screen. Or check them out at social media, Greenwood Stocks, and catch them at Gmail, greenwoodstocktrading at Gmail. And the YouTube channel is Greenwood Stocks. Appreciate them for giving me the opportunity. Check them out. We out. All right, I want to know why LeBron now wanted and lobbied for Carmelo to get on the Los Angeles Lakers, but when Melo couldn't get in the league, he didn't want to put in a good word. And I think what was the old boy name that was scared to Royce White? I think his name was. He was scared to his NBA career was derailed out of Iowa State because he was scared to fly. And then if he was born like 20 years earlier, you know, the teams drove buses to other arenas. Detroit, Bill Davison, former owner, he passed away. Detroit Pistons was the first organization with charter flights. A lot of people don't know that. All right, but check out the NBA Talk playlist, share the video, thumbs up the video. So basically, he pointed out last year, like, damn, why LeBron won't bring Carmelo in to the Lakers, right? And you know, for the most part, I was kind of shocked that he didn't put a good word in for Carmelo. I don't have nothing against Carmelo. Let me say that right now. I have nothing negative to say about Carmelo, but you just wonder why he didn't put a good word in for Melo. And also, we're gonna talk about Karl getting that Carmelo Anthony too. So, talking about Karl, like why he didn't put a good word in for Carmelo Anthony. All right, why he didn't bring Carmelo to the Lakers? Because had he brought Carmelo to the Lakers, was it a couple seasons ago? I forgot when. I think it was last year or last offseason. If he brought Carmelo to the Lakers last year, they wouldn't win champions. But I think it was before the bubble. So I'm just trying to wonder why now? Why now? You know, because does it show that he's a team player? Because it was a narrative about, and we're going to talk about that with the Karl tweet. There was a narrative going around about Carmelo Anthony not being a team player, being selfish. Remember, Carmelo Anthony said it while he was sitting out, and he addressed it on the Breakfast Club, say sometimes Carmelo care about stats more than he care about winning. They would lose, and he would be happy because he scored 20-plus points, and they would win, and he didn't get his 20 or 25 plus points, and he would be down. So, at the end of the day, if you got Karl saying it, you got Chauncey saying it, and then you got LeBron who love help, that he doesn't want you on the team. I think LeBron believed the narrative about Carmelo. I don't think it was a Black Lives Matter, black thing, or white. I think Carmelo showed he showed in Portland that he could be a team player, that he could fit in, that he don't need the ball. People look at Carmelo, he need the ball to score, he need the ball to be effective. Carmelo has now evolved his game. Now Carmelo could just spot up and shoot. Remember in Houston, you know, he wasn't the guy that could spot up and shoot. He would catch the ball, jab step, and then step inside the 3-point line and shoot a mid-range jumper. I think Carmelo has evolved his game to the point where now he can catch and shoot. Now you can play him at the 4 because he can be on the block. So I think his game is more attractive to a team atmosphere than at one point where he was a guy that needed the ball, who needed the isolation, who got the ball, he thought about scoring. I remember it was a video go around. He was at Denver, and Michael Jordan was telling him that assists and rebounds were more important than points for him. You know, and Carmelo was just labeled as a selfish player. You know, and that don't mean he was a selfish person. You don't hear too many things about him being a bad teammate. His game was just a carbon copy of Bernard King. You remember, for people to remember, Bernard King, you know, he bounced around the NBA even before the injury. You know, he started in Golden State, I believe. Then he went to Utah, and they said, well, he couldn't play with Karl Malone, you know. Then he ended up in New York. He's just getting buckets. You know, that was his calling card. You know, you look at, other than the 3-point shot, Bernard King and Glenn Big Dog Robinson, they were, that's who Carmelo game resembles, and I think that's the guys that he watched. Post, mid range jumper. You look at Bernard King, his block game was stupid. You look at all the points he put up and he scored, he didn't shoot a three. I heard somebody say, well, LeBron got more points than Michael Jordan with 40-something less shot attempts. But Michael Jordan didn't shoot threes. Michael Jordan didn't shoot threes. If you go back in the day in the 80s, where they was known to play hard defense, right? Where they would play hardcore fucking defense, bro. The 80s averaged more points before they changed, and they played defense than they did in the early 2000s until they changed the rules where you couldn't hand check and touch nobody, whatever it was. Michael Jordan, check this shit out, right? I'm gonna read a crazy stat line off to y'all. Michael Jordan, till he retired with the Bulls 2 times, right? He 0.6 his rookie year. Then this is the 3-point he attempt. 0.6, 1, 0.8, 0.6, 1, 2, 3, 1.1, 1.3, 2.9. He retired. 1.9, 3.2, 3.6, 1.5. His average for threes took in, and then when he came back with the Wizards, 0.9, 0.7. His average was 1.8 in his first 13 seasons in the NBA and 0.8 with Washington. Overall, 0.7. He attempted 0.7 threes. Right? And guys like Bernard King and Glenn Robinson, they didn't need to hit short. And Jordan didn't need to score threes to be effective. The closer you are to rim, the better off you get. The better chance you get to make it. And LeBron, for his career, he attempted 4.4 threes a game. He attempted 4.4 threes a game. That's not called efficiency. That's called shooting more threes than somebody. And Melo is is the same player just like that. Melo is a guy. Till they start really making him shoot threes. He's a guy that he mimicked his game after Bernard King and Glenn Robinson and guys like that. That's his game. That's his game. That's who he is. And now he's evolved his game to shoot more threes to become a better spot up shooter. And that's credit to Carmelo Anthony for that's credit for Carmelo for doing the damn thing. From evolving his game to remain in the league. And then he still can post up, but he's not the player that he was in New York or Denver. He's not that player no more. And that's what people need to understand. He's not going to be that player anymore. That's a long time away. That's a long time away to be that player. But then again, I think in spots, he can get you through a dry spot. I think in spots he could turn the clock back every now and then. Not every now and again. I think in spots he can do that. But But the funny thing is, I think the reason LeBron is now comfortable bringing him to the Lakers is because I think he fits better now. I think he's a better fit in LA now because he can spot up and shoot. I think he's more of a team player. I think he's willing. Remember, he was at the Oklahoma City Thunder talking about, scoffing at coming off the bench. I think he's changed. I think he said, you know what, man? I think he sat in the mirror and said, you know what? I'm better man for my son, show my son the right way. I'm not Carmelo of yesterday. I'm no longer that Melo, but I know I can be an effective player still in this league. If I become a better spot up shooter. And the time he was out between Phoenix, he got left there. He definitely evolved his game. He definitely mentally evolved his game. You know how you mentally come in and you come into work, it's a whole bunch of shit. You like, man, I know Mondays and Fridays and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays and Sundays. Wednesdays the worst. Thursdays the worst. You mentally prepare yourself for the worst. I think Carmelo is mentally preparing himself to be a superstar coming into games. I think mentally he changed. And he accepted a reserve role. He accepted a second, third primary role, and I think it's changed his game, But I think it's better for Melo than sticking in the league if he do this. And I like the change. A lot of people gonna say, as you get older, you gotta change your game. You got to be senior citizen friendly, and you know. But he said Melo has his eyes set on the championship with the Lakers. He says, "This is the one thing I'm missing. This is the one thing that keeps me up at night. That motivates me because I don't have it." Carmelo on chasing the NBA championship. Karl, his ex-coach, said, "And it kept our coaching staff up at night a decade ago when we were stressing the importance of team play and defense." You know, so basically he said, and it kept our coaching staff at night a decade ago when we. So he basically is breathing validity to what Chauncey Billups said, that he wasn't a team player. He said it kept his coaching staff up at night because he didn't want to be a team player. He didn't want to play in the parameters of the team. You know, he basically saying Carmelo was selfish and thinking about his numbers. It's kind of what Michael Jordan and Chauncey Billups kind of echoed. And he said Karl spent over 20 years as an NBA coach with 6 different teams, including the Denver Nuggets from 2005 to 2013. During his tenure in Denver, the Nuggets reached the playoffs all 9 years, but they were eliminated in the first round 8 times, with only outlier being a trip to the Western Conference Final in 2009. For the first 7 seasons, Karl timing at Denver, Carmelo Anthony was a Nuggets star player, earning All-Star nods and averaging 25.5 points a game, 6.4 rebounds, and 3.1 assists per game during that stretch. While Anthony established himself as a star in Denver, it translated to very little team success. As Karl alluded in the tweet, Melo wasn't necessarily always committed on the defensive end, and had a penchant for dominating the ball offensively. The Nuggets went as Carmelo went. So I mean, yeah, even remember this is probably true, but it was a rumor going on, but it was true that he was jealous that Chauncey Billups got credit when they made the Iverson trade to Detroit. He was jealous that people was getting Chauncey Billups credit for them getting to the Western Conference Finals. That he was getting mad, he was angry about that. And you got to remember, Chauncey Billups was from Denver too, so Carmelo got jealous of Chauncey, and basically he got mad because Chauncey it became Chauncey team. It became Chauncey Billups team, and he got mad about that. He was a totally different motherfucker in Denver, bro. He was totally different. He was selfish. And Chauncey only stayed there 2 seasons. And they got him up out of there because Carmelo was jealous of Chauncey. He got mad because Chauncey helped them get to their Western Conference Finals, and people were saying, this Chauncey team. He got jealous over that. That's wild. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Reach out if you have advertising on the channel, video request, chop it up, whatever it may be. Links there. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate, thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love, support. Other than that, best way to donate, thumbs up, share the channel, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love, support. Check out the NBA Talk playlist one time for the one time. Peace. Hey you, yeah, I'm talking to you. You right there watching this video, waiting for this live stream to start, or just watching the membership video, man, and why you should join the membership. Let's talk about it real quick, expeditiously. We got the 3 levels. You got the rookie level, you got loyalty badges, you got custom emoji badges, and you have members on the live stream. As we get more people flowing in to join the membership, I have members only live chat. That means everybody can see the video that want to see the video, but only members will be able to chat. That's $3. That's a rookie. The All-Star, you get personal shout outs before the videos, maybe after the video, mostly likely before the videos. You give a priority to reply in the chat. So as soon as I see you, I reply before anybody else. Get early access to pretty much all my non-boxing videos there. $10 a month. Then we got the boxing pound for pound superstar for all my boxing boys and gals out there. Get early access to prediction and most of our boxing content, virtual video collaborations, and open debate. So, you want to pre-record or go live and debate me for a whole video, you got early access to new videos, some of the videos in the All-Star as well too, and priority reply in the comments. So I see in the comments, you get priority reply. Instantly, that's $20 a month. So let me know what you guys think. Don't have a Patreon no more, so here's where you're gonna get some of that exclusive content I used to have on the Patreon. Peace.